Hi there, this is Nicole Watkins with Morgan James Publishing, and I am here today with Skyler King, author of Two Pieces of Paper, Honest Advice for Getting a Degree and a Job in the Modern Working World. Hi, Skyler. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So excited to just be celebrating the release of this book.
Likewise, thanks for having me, Nicole. It's really exciting, and really happy to share two pieces of paper and my honest advice with the modern working world.
Excellent. Well, let's get into it. The first question I have for you, Skyler, is what are the two pieces of paper?
Sure. So the two pieces of paper are a college degree and a job offer. And the reason I chose that title for the book is a lot of young people will go into college, including myself, thinking that I need to get a degree in order to get a job, in order to be successful. But shortly after starting my college experience, I really found that focusing on both the degree and the job offer, those two pieces of paper in tandem, really made the journey a lot easier. And so I channeled that advice into the book.
Excellent. Love that. So a lot of folks would ordinarily wait a couple of years, if not decades, to write and publish a book, let alone a book on career advice. What inspired you to write this book? And when you did, what do you have to offer that's not already out there?
Sure. So I chose to write it shortly after graduating school. I had my manuscript actually finished about 6 months after I completed my undergraduate degree. And the reason I wanted to do it now was, one, in order to be very fresh and very relevant, but two, to ensure that I captured it in the rawest form as I could. My brother actually was a senior in high school during the writing of it. And so I was actually feeding him a lot of the advice, and as I was writing it, looking to him for kind of proofreading and validating the content. And now he's applying a lot of that advice that I have in the book in his early years of college.
Oh, excellent. I think it's so important to really be able to instill this type of information at that high school level as we're preparing to go out into the real world. So how fortunate for him that he was able to have access to this at that time. So one other thing that I want to ask Skyler is, obviously we're still in the midst of a global pandemic, and everyone has made some sort of an adjustment as a result of that. So this virtual book launch is one example of that, that adjustment. We were having to kind of put our thinking caps on and see how we could continue to move forward and being able to celebrate our upcoming releases. So what advice would you give to both high schoolers preparing for college, as well as those in the midst of this new world of higher education?
Sure. So we'll start with the high schoolers, right? So if I was a high schooler in this sort of situation, it's a really big opportunity to really look at the actual piece of paper you're getting. I think there's a lot of emphasis in that early stage of life that you have to go to a good college in order to get a job. Whereas it's more getting the degree and the work experience in tandem with that, that's really going to add a lot of value and truly help with the end game of ultimately having that early in career success. So my advice for high school students would be, as you're exploring different universities, definitely consider sure that your return on investment that you're getting from your degree is worth that initial debt load that you're taking on. For college students, obviously you're kind of in the throes of your experiences, whether you're just starting out your freshman year or starting that career process of looking for that first job. And it's a matter of being creative with the experiences that you're getting. So there's an opportunity for virtual work experience, keeping your Zoom acumen up. I've managed to take a shower and put on a nice shirt and a jacket today, but really focusing on finding creative ways to get industry experience that you would normally be able to get in other means. That's kind of my advice and being able to think creatively like that will ultimately result in your creative thinking and problem solving and help motivate you as an employee.
Excellent. I think such useful advice and insight, especially during a time right now when so many are having to adjust to the new normal. So I'm sure many of those that are out there watching today, Skyler, are going to want to just connect directly with you and learn more about what all you have going on. So where would be the best place for viewers to connect with you?
Sure. Best place would be LinkedIn. Very active on my LinkedIn page. Also at Facebook. But also you can reach out to me via email, skyler@swickmedia.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today, Skyler. And for those watching, just know that you can get Skyler's book wherever books are sold. There we have it, folks. 2 pieces of paper, Skyler King.
Thanks, Nicole.